I'm Nathan Abbott. I've been a CINC customer since 2012. We were a really small team at the time, and just to watch the growth throughout the years and where the direction is heading, I feel honored to be a CINC customer.
So tell us a little bit like when you started with CINC and how you first got involved.
Sure, I started Commission CINC about just over 6 years ago. I was with a different CRM at that point that I brought to our brokerage, and it really started off with the fact that their requirements at the time is if the brokerage that you're at had it, you weren't able to buy a separate license at that time. So I wanted to have my own system as we grew into it. Commission CINC was coming out of the gates at that time, and I went to one of their events, ended up getting the platform, and I've never looked back. It's been the one that I think is the superior platform of all that are out there.
Great. Now tell us a little bit about your business. What does a day look like for a CINC agent in your office?
We're starting to make some changes to be more structured. We show up in a way that we always start off with, what was positive. We have a Tuesday team meeting. That's our main day when we're in there. We have Tuesday team meetings, and then on Thursdays we're doing a full training session. But it's not a lot. I mean, people can't figure us out. We're kind of like a bunch of misfits and having fun, and all these other businesses have to be so structured, and everyone portrays to be someone they're not. So it really is just being around people that you care about and showing up. And we have criteria. I mean, we want to be the top of our game in our business. They know what our expectations are, and we're even getting more clear on new people that we bring on what the expectations are. And naturally, they're either going to show up or they're going to eventually show themselves out. And so I think if you were to walk in our office for the day, you see when we're there at the office and during our day, we're getting after it. We show up to win, and we're there. We're extremely focused to be the top in our industry. And then outside of work, it's like we don't skip a beat. So we know there's a time and a place for everything. And the office, we have that culture, but it's the time to make real estate deals happen and serve on a high level. Outside of the office, we hang quite a bit. Well, I think that you have to be patient. It's an online lead in many cases is not the immediate turnaround, and I think I know at times that agents get in this platform and they don't give it the time for it to progress into a sale or a relationship. They want that immediate gratification. If they don't have it, it's almost like they don't call the lead again, or they don't stay in front of them. In our area, being a second home market at times, it's over a year incubation period. And you got to think about even your own search patterns. When you get online, you may just be thinking about maybe buying a new car or buying a property or whatever it is. Sometimes it's rare to have it that your first search online is you're ready right then. And so we've taken that to heart in a vacation market that it does take time, but the beauty of CINC is that you can watch their patterns. They may not be answering your call or responding to your email. Maybe try a video or a text to see if that works, but if you're seeing that they're being active and they're logging into the site, they're hearing you even when you don't think they are. And I think if you can pay attention to that, we look at a lot of things. When's the last login date? I think that's important, but also looking how long have they been in the site, how active have they been in the site, how many properties have they looked at. And so we had a customer, it was exactly like that. We had an initial conversation. They said, we're not ready right now, but we're just kind of getting online. I said, it's beautiful, it's no problem. We want you to be able to use this site without feeling pressured by us. I'll keep up with you from time to time, and if there is a time that becomes ready that you want to, pursue this further, we'd be honored to have the opportunity. They were looking in $2 million plus price points, and it was really frustrating at first until I started understanding how to do it better. It was, I almost gave up. It was like after 6 attempts of emails and a response and calls and zero response, my mind was telling me, just trash this lead. They're not going to do anything. But what kept me staying in touch with her, or trying to stay in touch with her, is the fact of how active she was on the site. A year later, she called us back for the first time and said that, I've really been impressed with how you kept me up with the properties, even though I didn't respond to you. She said that you were the most persistent, and it was CINC that was being persistent, and then I was just doing some follow-up. They ended up coming into town. They were a cash buyer. They bought a $2.7 million property, and they closed on it within a week. And CINC was what kept our face in front of them that entire time.